Metro Manila, ang iyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
Alright, a fellow good morning and welcome to Hello Pilipinas. It's been a while since we haven't done an episode of Hello Pilipinas, but yes, we are back and it is in fact Saturday, January 25, 2025. So I admit that we might not be able to do Sunday episodes anymore as we used to do, but we are still able in fact to do a Saturday episode on of Hello Pilipinas. So we're here to continue bring the the entertainment and lifestyle happenings that that you need to know right here. All right. So, yes. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah. Before we begin, let me just check if we are live. Yes, we are indeed live. We are seeing some figure. Okay, I see a major change to my subscription. Or sorry, I see a major change to my recommended feed. It looks very different now on my main account. But if I check other accounts right now, it's still the same to me from what I'm seeing here. Yeah, it is still the same. But if we click the live tab, okay. But yeah, it's still the same, pretty much. But I can see yeah, I can see a big, I can see a change here on my main feed. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so back to my main feed. I'm just going to observe the stream on. I'm just going to observe the stream. I'm just gonna have it observe on my main screen right now. Let me just quickly check here. Okay, so now let's begin with our lifestyle thing. Actually, wait, I've almost forgot. So let's talk about the. So let's, as usual, as we always do. Well, as we always do here with Hello Pilipinas. Let's talk about the koolFM update. So yeah, so I have to. Okay, so let's begin with the koolFM update. So later after Hello Pilipinas, you won't get to hear Diana and Justin anymore since I have received the word a few weeks ago, or I should say several days ago, that the show has already ended because both Diana and Justin uh, have have got their job at a different respective radio stations again, which are in viewers as usual. So yeah, congratulations to both Diana and Justin for getting for getting for getting the job at the respect at the different organization. So yeah, I can see why Diana and Justin ended the show already, which which makes sense if you ask me. But yeah, so yeah, again after Hello Pilipinas, you will after again how to after Hello Pilipinas, you won't get to hear Diana and Justin. That is later, which will be instead climate conversations and CNA correspondent. So actually, CNA correspondent was supposed to be aired last night, which was around 11:30. But again, due to last minute changes, my Tulugan was aired instead. So yeah, and pretty much, it's again this was a last minute programming changes because my Tulugan was supposed to be not on the air due to the host having a stomach ache. But again, at the any last minute, my Tugulan went on air, but after Polish prime time. So again, CN correspondent for the second time has been preempted, and yeah, here we are with CA with correspondent getting. Sorry, here we are with CA correspondent moving to its morning slot for a while. So yeah, after climate conversations this time around. Okay, now let's get into the lifestyle happenings first. So what do we have here? Yes, of course, guys. Jose Rizal is the playable character for the Civilization 7, and I think this is fantastic news to those who are into the Philippine history. So let's get started now. And I have been kicked off. So amazing. Alright, so where do we go? Okay, I'll just go start any task. Uh, Alright, so as you can see, this is the character. Not the character, I'm sorry. This is the article talking about Jose Rizal being a playable character in the upcoming history history game called Civilization 7. So this is the screenshot you'll see here. Again, a one of fantastic news hearing this. So yeah, okay, there you go. That's what I was supposed to call third-based strategy game. Yep, there you go. Anyways, let's begin. This is coming from Inquiry Lifestyle. Jose Rizal is officially coming to the hit turn-based strategy game Civilization 7. The Bansang Bayani is part of the game's started lineup that includes famed historical figures like Catherine the Great, Benjamin Franklin, Confucius, and Niccolo Machiavelli. Characters in previous entries include Abraham Lincoln, Genghis Khan, Napoleon, Napoleon, and George Washington. And for those unfamiliar, Civilization 7 is a 4X genre game. The term refers to the subcategory of strategy titles and stands for Explore, Expand, Exploit, and Exterminate. Civilization 7 players are tasked with growing and developing their territories and guiding them through history and against fellow civilians. Leaders like Jose Rizal grant players bonuses and abilities that increase a civilization's chances of survival when correctly utilized. His unique ability, Babang Sambayani, grants players additional culture and gold per age when gaining rewards from a narrative event. He also gives increased celebration, duration, and happiness towards celebrations. Rizal holds cultural and diplomatic attributes. So this is the trailer which we will be looking into later. But in the meantime, let's continue. The game's description for Rizal reads, long regarded as a hero of the Philippines, Jose Rizal was a passionate defender of the dignity and autonomy of Filipinos. He first gained his reputation as a political activist in Europe, criticizing the Spanish rule of his homeland, and though he advocated for peaceful reform, and equal rights, Rizal was eventually tried and executed by the Spanish. Yet his revolutionary spirit could not be contained and has inspired Filipinos ever since. Civilization 7 is coming out on February 7, 2025 on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam and the Epic Games Store. Crossplay multiplayer is fully supported. So yeah, we have one that is the full trailer, and one is from IGN, which I'm not gonna play here, but we're just gonna be playing the first look of Jose Rizal. In fact, this is a character trailer of Civilization 7. So, again, before we proceed, I have to say, yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting that we get to see Jose Rizal in the game. So, yeah, this is interesting. Again, this is interesting. Okay, so let's begin now, and we will show you the trailer right now. So yeah, just to make sure I'm not logged in. Let me just see since I'm using break. Okay, yeah, we're signed up. So yeah, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's see the trailer and let me know how good is this game. Right, so here is Jose Rizal in Civilization 7.
Walang bansang pinagmumula ng katalinuhan.
Revolutionary hero of the Philippines, Jose Rizal was a passionate defender of the rights of all Filipinos. Rizal became a key advocate for political reforms under the oppressive grip of Spanish colonization, writing, organizing, and petitioning for autonomy. As a tireless activist, he loves diplomatic action, so long as it's mutually beneficial. And his ability to rouse people to action and inspire hope gives Rizal extra culture and gold for every narrative event, boosted further by additional narrative events. All that work is worth celebrating as much as possible. So long as you keep your people happy, celebrations will arrive sooner and last longer. Consider pairing Jose Rizal with Hawaii in the exploration age for extra happiness from fishing boats, so you can hit those celebrations even faster. Or choose a different path all your own. But whatever you build, remember to build something you believe in.
Alright, so that is the first look of Jose Rizal. Again, that is a very, very interesting to see a historic character being added to the Civilization 7. So yeah, this is pretty cool. And regarding that you just saw at the end, for those who pre-ordered Standard Edition of the game, you'll get up to 5 days early access and more with deluxe and founders. Sorry, so yeah, 5 days, up to 5 days early access. Up to 5 days early access and more for deluxe and founders edition. And if you pre-order the standard edition, you will get Tecumseh and Shawnee pack. So that is very cool if you ask me. Okay, so yeah, that is Civilization 7 and Jose Rizal. Again, very cool, very cool. All right. What else do we have here? Because we're going to do one more before we head for our break. Okay, so let's move on to something interesting this time, and I think that is. Let me just check here. Culture, maybe. Alright, yeah. Yep. A new piece of build designs, which we will have a closer look. Okay, so here it is. All right, so once again, coming from Inquiry Lifestyle, depoliticized and biodiverse. Okay, let me repeat. Politic, depoliticized and biodiverse. All right, so here is a closer look at the new peso bill size. So the Philippine eagle has a new home and is in your wallet. Along with several other endangered species, the eagle was the first to land on the country's new peso bills. The first complete polymer banknote series was launched by the Banco Central ng Pilipinas and Malacanan on December 19, 2024. The shift from portraits to endangered wildlife indicates a change in the design philosophy of local currency. While previous banknotes featured historical figures, the new polymer series turns its focus entirely to the country's biodiversity and natural landmarks. Design elements that have always been part of our currency, but in coins. This move has naturally been controversial. In mid-2021, the portraits of World War II heroes Jose Abad Santos, Vicente Lim, and Josefa Elones Escoda on the 1,000 peso bill were removed and replaced by the Philippine eagle. The change was initially questioned for historical revisionism as well as criticized for early factual errors. So, if you look closely, this is what it used to look like before, and this is how this is the one with the this is the one for the 500 peso bill. Alright, so let's move on here. In the new 500 peso bills, the faces of the late President Corazon Aquino and her husband, former Senator Benigno Aquino Jr. were removed. Portraits of former Presidents Manuel Roxas and Sergio Osmeña were also removed from the 100 peso and 50 peso bills respectively. Still, production continued until the release of the first series to the public in December last year. BSP Governor Ali Remolona Jr. stated that the polymer series raises awareness of the country's giant species, serves as a symbol of Filipino identity, and fosters national pride. Amped Ocampo, a former chair of the National Historical Commission of the Philippines from 2002 to 2011, recalls the suggestions back in 2010 that featured cultural figures like painter Bernardo Omar Solo, sculptor Guillermo Tolentino, writer Armando Hernandez, and historian Teodoro Alconcillo. He also suggested featuring national scientists, but the studies led to a series featuring presidents instead. Ocampo makes the point: if banknotes are the calling card of the nation, what do these animals say of us as a people? Those against polymer and what is printed on them must wait 10 years for the next change. Hopefully, the Flora and Fauna series will be replaced with heroes of the arts and science. Anything is better than presidents or politicians. This artistic direction of new peso bills seems to align with the global trend in more contemporary currency design, where banknotes like the Hong Kong dollar and euro do not feature people. Philippine Daily Inquiry's Raul Palabrica analyzes the implications of the currency. The change in the 500 peso bill got some political color because the Aquinos were once the political adversaries of the father of the incumbent president. The opposition to the displacement of the faces of some Filipinos in the paper notes somehow implies that they would cease to be honored, or worse, forgotten. Putting their photos in the bill notes is only one or many ways that the country has shown its appreciation and gratitude for their sacrifices to the Filipino people. The new approach seems to work toward avoiding historical controversies or choices that may be perceived as helping politicize certain people and families, and instead celebrating other elements of national identity like the environment, which has the potential to unite rather than divide. So, on the new designs, the new peso bills feature a range of meticulously chosen animals and natural places. So, you can see how the new peso bill looks like. And here's the back of the 1,000 peso bill. So observe first and reverse. Yeah, you can see for yourself right here. Again, it looks pretty cool here. Alright, so continuing here, the blue 1,000 peso note pairs the Philippine eagle with the South Sea pearl, while the 500 peso note features the Visayan spotted deer and blue nap parrot. On the 100 peso note is Palawan's peacock peasant with the putanting or whale shark on the other side. Rounding out the collection is the 50 peso note with the Visayan leopard cat and Maliputo, a price indigenous migratory fish in Tal Lake. But the new notes did retain certain components that made their paper predecessors memorable. Elements of the Tuba reef still grace the 1,000 peso note, while the Procesa subterranean river is layered on the 500 peso bill. Mayan Volcano and Tal Lake maintain their places on the 100 peso and 50 peso notes, respectively, as well. According to President Marcos Jr., the new peso bills are about practicality. Unlike paper bills, which wear out after about a year or a year and a half, polymer banknotes can last up to 7.5 years, 5 times longer, says Marcos. And that means that we no longer need to replace them as often, saving money, cutting down on waste, and making a meaningful contribution to protecting the environment. Polymer is also resistant to bacteria and counterfeiting. Although Ocampo notes that the banknotes, when left in heat, can cause shrinkage. While the new polymer series covers 1,000, 5,000, 150 peso denominations, the 20 peso already transitioned to a solid coin format, a practical choice given how the most frequently exchanged bills wear out, typically becoming unusable after just 2 to 3 months of heavy circulation. While there was initial concern about the new peso bill's polymer material and its effect on the abaca industry, according to the PSB, the new banknotes will have minimal negative effects. For example, the initial issuance of 500 million pieces of 1,000 peso polymer banknotes made up less than 1% of the 2030 abaca exports and farming jobs. The new peso bill notes have started appearing in the Greater Manila area since December 23, 2024 before rolling out to the rest of the country. Initially, you'll need to get the new peso bills over the counter at banks, though the 500 and 100 peso notes will eventually be available through ATX. For those concerned about telling them apart, the new notes match their paper counterparts in size and color. This is unlike the coins, which are often at random size and in silver color shades that are hard to distinguish. But the bills also feature tactile dots along the top edge to help elderly users and those with vision impairments to identify the new peso bills easily. So next time you break a large bill, you might just find yourself holding a pocket-sized piece of Philippine biodiversity with money that aims to be more durable, more secure, less politicized, and more environmentally friendly than its paper predecessor. So yeah, there you go. You just saw the first look of the new peso bills that is already rolling out. But if you are interested, if you want to get it right now, you will have to go to the over the counter banks for at least for now. But yeah, again, a much needed upgrade. Except we don't have any more politicals, which some people may not like. But again, this is great news, and I'm looking forward to this change, which is much needed actually. But yeah, I'm actually happy with this change. Okay, I guess we can have a break. Have a ad break now. Let me just prepare. But yes, people, it is now 7:24 a.m. As you have more lifestyle and entertainment habits to talk about, along with the early morning news that people need to know right here. Okay, so while I prepare, we will just give me a second here. All right, we're prepared now. So yeah, we will return right after the break. So yeah, Hello Pilipinas will be right back.
This program was brought to you by Katip's Hot Dog. Amoy na amoy ang sarap. Kids can tell. PVC Drugs. Serbisyong tapat, alagang sapat. Jor A Supermarket. Ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia. And TVH, the home of entertainment. Tutok na sa TVH. Available in high definition via Delsat TV. Bisitahin ang youtube.com/@TVH Network PH para sa inyong paboritong mga highlights at live shows.
Hello, buenas noches Pilipinas. My name is Blue Wave and you're watching Sábado en la Noche with Blue.
Nandito na ang bagong Saturday Primetime Talk Show kasama si Blue Wave.
At my joy transmission po ang SPC bukas 6 a.m. Ay, joke lang po.
Uli!
Pero hindi mo kami katulad. Isang side lamang ang iniisip at tinatanggap.
Kung showbiz balita, teknolohiya, BDAU reading o iba pa, we got you covered.
One last word, Mika, I love you. Bye.
Sábado en la Noche with Blue. Tuwing Sábado, 9 p.m. Dito lang sa koolFM. Ang inyong himpilan, ang inyong tahanan.
You're listening to koolFM.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
May bagong energy na! Pinakabago, pinakamainam na Enervon, Enervon Z+. Pinalakas ng zinc, vitamin C, vitamins B1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 12, at vitamin E. Pinakabago, pinakamainam na Enervon. Hey! Enervon Z+.
Unilab yan.
Multivitamins plus zinc is the generic name of Enervon Z+. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Tight game! Shoots! And it's... Nabitin? Magtusiran Forte with Total Cough Relief Formula. Laban sa dry non-stop ubo, kati sa lalamunan due to post-nasal drip at sakit sa kakaubo. Tusiran Forte! Unilab yan.
Dextromethorphan, HBr plus phenylpropanolamine HCl plus paracetamol is the generic name of Tusiran Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Good morning, Miss Grace. Tell me about yourself.
Hello po. Graduate po ko sa bungi, major in bungi, magna cum bungi. Ako po ay very bungi worker. And I think I can be a great bungi to this company.
Tulad ka ba ni Grace na mas pansin ang bungi kaysa sa credentials?
Miss Bungi, Grace, sa ngayon wala kaming opening. We'll get back to you na lang, ha?
Kung ikaw rin ay may bungi prob sa job hunting, maaari kang mabigyan ng Polydent ng libreng pustiso sa Oplan Balikngiti program. Go to polydentbalikngiti.com now.
Pag may lagnat si bunso at mapait ang gamot, pahirapan sa pag-inom. Pero pag Kidilets, madaling inumin para gumaling.
Kidilets! United Home Kidilets. Chewable paracetamol in candy flavors.
Unilab yan.
Paracetamol is the generic name of Kidilets. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mark Juice 9-in-1.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1. Ika'y mapapawaw sa sarap. Ito ang juice na para sa lahat. Merong benepisyo sa ating katawan. Ang juice na to nakakabawas ng timbang. Basta Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1. Siguradong masarap yan. Pwede sa lahat kasi halal. Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1. Ganado ka.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1 drink mix. Ganado araw-araw basta naka-Mark Juice. Call or text 0947-645-3153 or 042-717-3163. Email sales@jmarmarketing.com. Visit the Shopee account Jmar Marketing Online Shop. Sa Lazada, Jmar Marketing Online Shop. Sa Facebook, Jmar Marketing Food Trader.
Mark Juice 9-in-1 plus 1.
Mula sa number 1 Smart Dishwashing Paste.
Tanggaling-galing mo Smart Dishwashing Paste ko Pritong ulam na masebo, plato at kaldero Tanggaling for everyday.
Ganyan pag Smart ang dishwashing paste. May double tanggaling formula. Tanggal galing ang sebo at bacteria.
Bahid para walang bahid, linis fantastic sa metal at plastic. Number 1 ko to. Tanggaling-galing mo Smart Dishwashing Paste.
Heavy duty linis bawat pahid.
Smart Dishwashing Paste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Dumarami na ang gumagaling sa Sid Panyawan Herbal Capsule. Ako po si Antonio de la Cruz from Northern Cotabato. Dati po sumakit yung likod ko pero ngayon gumaling na dahil sa Sid Panyawan.
Ako po si Kin. At dati po sumakit po aking tiyan at likod at ulo. Ayun, ininom ko yung herbal capsule. Pagkatapos bigla akong gumaling. Ay bay, natuwang aking misis.
Mabibili sa lahat ng drugstores nationwide.
Ako si Sistine Phoenix, 22, usa ko ka medical technology student. Permi ko mag-atubang sa computer, sa cellphone, samot na karon na online among classes. Nakasuway ko na magsiga headaches, tungod daw na sa eye strains. Nakoy friend na ni-recommend na ko na mag-take og eyeberry kay nakatabang doon niya.
Ang eyeberry ay dietary supplement na may eye bright flower extract at bilberry berries.
So when I tried eyeberry, nilasan jud ako headaches, niya mas clear ako my eyesight. Daghang salamat sa eyeberry. Kaya nakakonsentrate ko maayo sa akong pagtuon.
Halagang paalala, ang eyeberry ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Worried about ponytail dents, tangles, and frizz? Use Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable every day for 5 times smoother, fragrant hair versus non-conditioning shampoo. Para
Gandang lugar, ready lahat tayo. Sunsilk.
ang daming labada.
Sa unang babad pa lang, si Breeze nagtatanggal.
Based on lab test mud and polyester, results may vary.
Mancha! Breeze 3 washes back ka na.
Kahit 3 times dami ng laba, Breeze 3 washes pack. Refers up to 3 wash loads, up to 18 to 20 pieces per wash. Breeze!
Welcome back to Hello Pilipinas. It is now 7:33 a.m. Yes, we're right. It is now 7:33. So let's continue with our lifestyle topics, right? All right. So yeah, let's continue. Alright, so here is our next stop here, and that is the difference of Trafalgar's guided tours. Alright, so now close up like any test, and let's read this one. This is gonna be a long one, so prepare for this one. Let me just get my pillow here. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's begin. Travelers are changing the game. This is coming from a car lifestyle. They are veering away from overly packed schedules and fleeting photo ops. Instead, the modern wanderer wants to dive deeper, stay longer, and connect with foreign cultures. This approach is called slow travel, and it is all about quality over quantity. This is a good one. It is a growing trend that prioritizes profound experience and reflects the Filipino traveler's appetite for experience that hit home. Trafalgar, a top name in guided tours, is leading the way with a focus on real, authentic adventures, community vibes, and cultural exchange. So, what exactly is slow travel? It's all about moving away from jam-packed schedules and focusing on moments that matter. It means really experiencing a place, like sharing meals at cozy, family-owned restaurants, enjoying local performance, or learning traditional crafts from artisans. All these can be found in Trafalgar's Be My Guest experience. These days, travelers want experience that feel both extraordinary and effortless. Trafalgar makes this kind of travel easy, turning trips into less stressful and more enriching adventures. Their expertly curated tours let you dive into local cultures while they handle all the logistics. Whether it's sharing stories over dinner with a winemaker in France or learning crafts from skilled locals in Spain, each experience is designed to make you feel at home wherever you are. So here is the Instagram reel of them visiting Italy, and I think I might get copyrighted, so I'm not gonna be playing the music here. So let's just see how that goes. So you can see how this looks. So here's why Italy. Okay, I missed the one, but yeah, according to Trafalgar guests, great. Since this is what they left a review here. Great trip, some places that I could only dream of seeing. I would highly recommend this trip to anyone who loves Italy. So that's from Dave Bora. Hey, look at that, huh? Trip of a lifetime. Everything was done for us. All we had to do was enjoy. Patricia, our tour guide, was very informative and very caring. Karen, that's what Karen said. This tour was a perfect blend of seeing different parts of Italy. Everything was so well organized. We felt like we were traveling with a huge family. From Diana, that's what Diana said. And I think that's the reviews we just received. So every trip ensures you're not just seeing a destination but truly experiencing it and creating memories that stay with you long after you have returned home. So let's sing here. Picture yourself, huh? Okay, picture yourself standing before the always inspiring Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. Or how about strolling to the charming cobblestone streets of Toledo? Now imagine stepping off the beaten path to discover a family-run olive farm in Seville, where the warmth and passion of the owners turned the scenic gem into an anecdote that can be told again and again. Trafalgar's approach transforms every destination from a place to visit to a story to live. Their signature Be My Guest experience bring wayfarers closer to the heart of destination by interacting closely with the lives and traditions of locals. Whether savoring the finest freshly pressed olive oil in Spain or learning to cook authentic Peruvian dishes with Chef Ignacio in his welcoming school, these moments present tourism with connections that feel deeply personal and enriching. Beyond such experiences, Trafalgar takes the stress out of travel by handling every detail with precision too. From seamless transportation to carefully timed activities, every aspect is designed to let you focus on the journey. And after a day of unforgettable exploration, you will return to comfortable accommodations that combine luxurious comfort with convenient locations, be it a Boutique hotel in Scandinavia or a cozy alpine lodge in Switzerland. So, if you are interested, and if you're a traveler seeking meaningful adventures this year, here are these top 8 destinations with Trafalgar are calling your name. So let's begin with Spain. So you have Spain, which offers an unforgettable mix of vibrant culture and beautiful landscapes. The Best of Spain tour takes you through iconic cities like Madrid, Barcelona, and Seville, with stops in the historic streets of Toledo and the sunny Costa del Sol. In Seville, you will enjoy a special Be My Guest dinner, followed by a breathtaking flamenco performance that captures the heart of Spain. Next one, we have Egypt. It is a land where an ancient history comes to life. The wonders of ancient Egypt tour covers ironic landmarks such as the Great Sphinx and the Valley of the Kings. Cruise the Nile on the luxurious riverboat, explore ancient temples, and visit a Nubian village to get a taste of local life. Expert guides will deepen your connection to ancient Earth, offering exclusive access to lesser-known tombs and a magical stargazing experience in the desert. Next, we have Scandinavia. With its stunning landscapes and modern design, Scandinavia is a destination that offers both nature and culture in abundance. The capitals of Scandinavia tour takes you through the vibrant cities of Copenhagen, Oslo, and Stockholm. Explore the Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, learn about Viking history in Oslo's Viking Ship Museum, and wander through Scotland's charming mythical streets. So as we move on to the next one, we have Switzerland. Switzerland's beauty goes beyond its ironic Alps. On the Best of Switzerland tour, you will visit picturesque cities like Lucerne, Zurich, and Geneva, as well as peaceful alpine landscapes. Take a scenic ride on the Ruhrkatien Railway and explore the art of wood carving in Brexis. Zermatt, a village at the foot of the Matterhorn, is the perfect place to unwind and connect with nature. Next one, we have France, and as you see the Instagram reel, unlock the best of France, blah blah blah. You'll see how the France looks, right? It looks nice. I'm gonna be honest with you, it looks nice. You get to see the places of France, of course. So, for a more intimate experience of France, Africa's Best of France store invites you to explore lesser known gems. Visit Giverny, where Claude Monet found inspiration for his famous masterpiece, and enjoy a unique Be My Guest dinner with a local family in their Loire Valley Chateau, learning about the region's rich history. From a regional dinner in Monaco to the artistic heart of Montmartre in Paris, this store offers a true taste of France's timeless charm and beauty. As we head over to as we move to the last two, we have Rotia. I might be wrong in the pronunciation, but correct me. Alright, so for a unique journey along the Adriatic, the pros of the Adriatic North Tour offers an unforgettable 9-day Adriatic cruise. Experience the stunning coastline of Skorodia, which stops at beautiful cities like Dubrovnik, Split, and Rijeka. Set sail from the historic city of Dubrovnik and discover hidden gems, picturesque islands, and charming coastal towns along the way. This tour is the perfect mix of cruising, exploring ancient cities, and immersing yourself in the breathtaking beauty of the Adriatic coast. Right, moving on, we have South America. The South America Review Tour takes you through the best of Brazil, Argentina, and Peru. Explore Rio de Janeiro's vibrant streets and Christ the Redeemer, experience the tango culture of Buenos Aires, and discover the ancient wonders of Machu Picchu in Peru. This journey offers an unforgettable blend of natural beauty and rich history, perfect for those seeking a deep dive into South America's diverse landscapes and cultures. And finally, we have Greece. Immerse yourself in the rich history and stunning beauty of Greece on the Best of Greece tour. Begin in Athens with a visit to the ironic Acropolis, then journey to the picturesque islands of Mykonos and Santorini. Explore the captivating landscapes and charming villages while indulging in authentic Greek cuisine. With its ancient landmarks and breathtaking views, this tour is the perfect way to experience Greece's timeless charms and natural wonders. So, the best part of any trip is the people you meet along the way, those who make the trip possible and help bring the journey to life. These are our fellow travelers who share the same curiosity and the locals who represent the true heart of every place. Then there are the unexpected encounters, moments that would have never happened if we hadn't stepped out of our comfort zones and embraced the unfamiliar. These connections are what make travel meaningful, turning every trip into a unique and unforgettable journey. So there you go. That's what Africa travel is, and these are the 8 best places you can visit with Africa. So if you are interested into the slow travel and if you want to get into the guided tours, this is for you. Alright, so as we head for another ad break to prepare for koolNews, it is now 7:45 a.m. as we will return right after the break. Stay along with us. We will be right back.
This program was brought to you by CFB. Express the freedom of banking. Open your account today at CFB, a member of Crosslink and supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Jor A Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia. PVC Drugs, serbisyong tapat, alagang sapat. And Musicultura Heritage Foundation Center, a museum of all fan-made multimedia and Philippine history. Visit us today at Greenbelt, Makati City from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Musicultura, a non-profit joint venture project of Able Media and TVH Group of Networks Incorporated. You're listening to koolFM.
Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide ba?
At paghiling, kayang tuparin, everyone achieve the way to comfort living. Adesa, installment made easy, achieve mo na. Adesa, kaya.
Extra strong? Andito na ang Leon Extra Strong Beer. Bangis ng dating, bangis ng sarap, bangis ng kagat, at 7% ABV. This is Gerald Anderson for Leon Extra Strong Beer. Tikman ang bangis ng Leon. Bangis ng presyo, 47 pesos SRP for 500 ml at 95 pesos SRP for 1 liter. Drink responsibly.
MyCafe Sachet Saving Special. Big tipid sa Ben Tipid promo. Maagang pamasko hatid sa inyo ng Jemar Herbs Incorporated. Maaari nyo nang mabili ang 10 sachets ng MyCafe 5-in-1 plus 1 coffee mix sa halagang 150 pesos lamang. Makakasave ka ng 20 pesos. Ang promong ito ay eksklusibo lamang sa aming mga online shops. Limited time offer lamang ito ka-winner. Kaya order na habang may stocks pa. Exclusive for Shopee, Lazada, and TikTok. Hanapin lang ang Jmar Marketing Online Shop.
Petron Gasul, kasaligan sa kusina, sakto sa timbang. Tungod sa True Blue Flame, grabe yun kasulit. Gold quality standard, dilig yun ka maipit. Petron Gasul, maugyoy kasaligan. Daghang sunod, pero di yun matukngan. Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasul.
Sa Senado, kaligtasan at justisya ang aming misyon.
Ang katarungan ay makakamit kung sama-sama tayo sa tama at tapat na pagkilos. Kakampi na inaapi, Erwin Tulfo.
Benhar Abalos, tama at tapat na pagkilos. Magkakampi sa Senado.
Kabayanin kita, sa One Hinebra Nation. Kaya para sa barangay, ako namang magbibigay. Kabayanin tayo, kabayanin kita.
Drink responsibly.
Ang kanlungan noon ni Tandang Sora para sa libu-libong katipunero ay isang ganap na lugar ng mga bayani ng ating buhay. Kasama mo ang himlayang Pilipino, laging handa baunin ang alaala ng iyong mga mahal sa buhay. Ang himlayang Pilipino ay naghahatid ng mga affordable na libingan hanggang sa mas magagarang mga mausoleo para sa mga pribadong pagdidilay. Bukas din ang tahanan ng alaala para sa iyong pangangailangang pagpupugay mula sa chapel rentals hanggang sa cremation. Para sa mga karagdagang impormasyon, maaari kayong tumawag o mag-text sa 0968-896-4850. Pumunta sa himlayangpilipino.org o sa aming Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, at Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Ang lakas mo, may ilalakas pa. Sa Revicon Forte, may muscle-building amino acids tulong para mas lumakas ang katawan with proper diet and exercise. Pag malakas ang katawan, lumalakas din ang loob. May lakas para sa ambisyon mo. Revicon Forte! Lakas!
Unilab yan.
Multivitamins, minerals, and amino acids is the generic name of Revicon Forte.
Your playground, now online. Bet88 has over 1,500 games, secure and fast gameplays. Meron pang play for fun option to try all the games. Ibang swerte to. Bet88.ph.
Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Game responsibly. Keep it fun.
Hello mga ka-Efficasan! Si Kay Abaday ni. Naabang may mga sakit-sakit ang gipamati sa inyong mga kalawasan? Ihaplos ra na! Gamit ang Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. Kaysa Efficacent Oil Extra Strength, haplos, ayos! Unsa pa inyong gihulat? Palit na sa inyong mga suking tindahan o butika ug haplos, ayos. Methyl salicylate plus camphor plus menthol is the generic name of Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Mapabata man o lolo, kahit simpleng alaga, nagiiwan ng marka sa'yo. Husay malasakit, iaalay sa alagang Unilab yan.
For 80 years, husay at malasakit ang nilalaan sa bawat gamot, sa bawat Pilipino para makapagbigay ng alagang makakatulong sa'yo na mag-iwan ng marka sa iba. Ito ang alagang Unilab para sa'yo.
Alagang Unilab yan.
Good morning. It is now 7:53 a.m. and this is koolNews Early Edition part of Hello Pilipinas. Let's begin with our headlines. The Philippines will act favorably or positively to a request by the International Criminal Court to take custody of any person in relation to its investigation of crimes against humanity and for President Rodrigo Duterte's bloody war on drugs, if course through the International Criminal Police Organization or Interpol, Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin said on Friday. Bersamin was commenting on an earlier statement by Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Mirmula, expressing openness to sit down and talk with the ICC in the spirit of committee nearly 5 years after Duterte ordered the country's withdrawal from the tribunal after it initiated an investigation of his brutal anti-narcotics campaign. At the press briefing, Bersamin reiterated the government's position that the ICC no longer had jurisdiction over the Philippines following its withdrawal from the Roman Statute, the treaty which created the International Court. He said, but that does not necessarily mean that the order of the ICC, course through the Interpol, is to be ignored, he said. I am not saying that we are heeding the ICC. It's the Interpol that we are dealing with. If the ICC makes a move and courses to move through the Interpol, and the Interpol makes the request to us for the arrest or delivery of the custody of a person subject to ICC jurisdiction, we will respond favorably or positively to the Interpol requests, Bersamin added. In December 2024, Interpol and the Office of the Prosecutor of the ICC or ICC-OTP signed an agreement establishing a framework for collaboration in crime prevention and criminal justice. Under the agreement, the ICC-OTP and Interpol will exchange police information and criminal analysts and cooperate in the search for fugitives and suspects. The agreement also grants ICC-OTP access to Interpol's telecommunications network and database. Bersamin explained that the Philippines had to act in a mutually reciprocal manner because the country had benefited from the Interpol in other cases. It doesn't mean that just because the ICC requested the Interpol, we will no longer heed them. If we make a request to the Interpol, we might be ignored also because there is committee, he said. Committee, friendship, you know what that means. Romualdez said in an interview with Reuters news agency on Thursday that the Philippines was willing to talk to the ICC in a very well-defined manner in a spirit of committee. The Justice Chief said there were certain areas where the government could cooperate with the ICC, but lines have to be drawn properly. Summit pointed out that there is nothing definite or clear yet on the possibility of the Philippines' cooperation with the ICC. But as far as experience has given to the government shows, the request of Interpol should always be respected because Interpol is also doing a service in other areas similar to this. So that's the meaning of committee, the executive secretary said. Since the start of his term in 2022, President Marcos has repeatedly stated that the government will not help ICC proppers if they visit the Philippines to investigate this drug war. The anti-drug campaign killed over 6,000 people according to official data, but human rights groups say the number could be as high as 30,000. Appearing at the House Squad Committee hearing on his drug war last November, Duterte challenged the ICC to hurry up on this investigation. If I go to hell, so be it, he added. In reaction to his remarks, the president said the Philippines would not block the ICC. We just want help, he said. But if Duterte agrees to be investigated by the ICC, that's up to him, the president added. It's not our decision. He acknowledged, however, that the Philippines had obligations to the Interpol, and we have to live up to those obligations. Reacting to Duterte's statement to the House Committee, Rosales said the government would neither object to it nor move to block the fulfillment of his desire. He said that the government may consider cooperating with the Interpol if the ICC sought its intervention. If the ICC refers to the process to the Interpol, which may then transmit a red notice to the Philippine authorities, the government will feel obliged to consider the red notice as a request to be honored, in which case the domestic law enforcement agencies shall be bound to accord full cooperation to the Interpol pursuant to established protocols, Rosales said. Two opposition senators on Friday said Romualdez's willingness to cooperate with the ICC was a step closer to bringing justice to the thousands of victims of the drug war. Senator Risa Hontiveros said in a statement, Secretary Romualdez's pronouncement on the ICC's investigation on Duterte's war on drugs gives us hope that real justice for the thousands of victims for the former administration's killing spree could finally come. Senate Minority Leader Aquino Coco Pimentel Duterte said the Justice Secretary openness to let the ICC conduct its investigation was a welcome development. If the subject matter of the ICC inquiry is about incidents which happened during the time period when the Philippines was a member of the ICC, then we are obligated to cooperate because that was what we promised when we acceded to the treaty, Pimentel said. We have to show the world that the Philippines is a trustworthy and reliable treaty partner, he added. Opposition lawmakers in the House urged the Marcos administration to take the next logical step by returning to the ICC. In a joint statement, ACT Teachers Representative Franz Castro, Kabataan Representative Raul Manuel, and Gabriel Representative Arlen Brosa said Romualdez's statement was a step in the right direction towards achieving justice for the thousands of victims of extrajudicial killings under the previous administration. But Castro said it was not enough to promise limited cooperation. Castro said the Philippines must become a member of the ICC again to hold accountable everyone who was responsible for the killings. Rosa said there must be considered action for the victims and their families. Those who are responsible must be jailed and the victims given compensation, she said. The House Squad Committee had recommended that Duterte, along with his close confidants and senators Ronald Bato de la Rosa and Christopher Bongo, be charged with crimes against humanity under Republic Act No. 9851, which punishes genocide and other crimes against humanity. Despite this recommendation, Quad Committee members still echoed the President's position that the ICC had no jurisdiction over the country. Manuel said the country's court justice system basically means that the ICC can be an instrument of justice, not a threat to sovereignty. Human rights lawyer Christine Conti, one of the consuls for the drug war victims in the ICC case against Duterte, welcomed the shift in the administration's stance, saying that Romualdez's position was certainly consistent with the Roman statute and simply just for thousands of victims of the war on drugs. As Pimentel had pointed out, Conti cited Article 127 of the Roman Statute, which states that the withdrawal of any country from the treaty shall not affect any cooperation with the court in its investigation and proceedings, and the country had the duty to cooperate with the ICC for incidents during the period before its withdrawal became effective. The ICC investigation of the Duterte's drug war starts from the time the Philippines became a treaty party on November 1, 2011, when Duterte was still Davao City Mayor, until March 16, 2019, when the Philippines officially disengaged from the Roman Statute. Conti cited encouraging developments in the ICC's work when it issued arrest warrants in connection with the war in Palestine and the situation in Afghanistan. She said in a message to Duterte, "We hope the next development will be ours. See you in the ICC." Meanwhile, China's missile-capable ships and heavily militarized artificial islands in the South China Sea are the ones highly dangerous. The armed forces of the Philippines said on Friday in response to Beijing's renewed call to put on American mid-range missile launchers from the country. Colonel Franco Margaret Padilla, who is the AFB spokesperson, said the presence of Chinese ships, which are also missile-capable, is also highly dangerous. They also have artificial islands in the South China Sea that are militarized and missile-capable. Padilla added that no country, not even China, could dictate how the country deploys its defense assets, including the redeployment of mid-range capability service-to-service missile launchers known as Typhoon. Beijing said on Thursday that the presence of the Typhoon missile system in the Philippines creates regional tension and confrontation and provokes geopolitical confrontation and arms race. The weapon's arrival in the Philippines in April 2024 for the annual war games between Filipino and American troops already drew a sharp rebuke from China. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said the redeployment of the Typhoon missile was a highly dangerous move and an extremely irresponsible choice. China also urged the Philippines to correct its wrong practice. Padilla confirmed that the missile had been moved from the Lalog airfield in Ilos Norte to an undisclosed location in Luzon. According to a Reuters report, the Typhoon can fire multi-purpose missiles up to thousands of kilometers, such as Tomahawk cruise missiles, capable of hitting targets in both China and Russia from the Philippines. Padilla said it is an inherent right of every state to strengthen the defense accordingly. How we will go about it is for us to freely do. No one can dictate to us how we will do it. She said the Philippines has been building its defense capabilities and strengthening its alliance, and no other nation can question that. She added that the MRC's presence abides by the Philippines' long-standing defense relationship with the United States. Padilla said the primary objective of this deployment is to strengthen Philippine military readiness, improve our familiarization and interoperability with advanced weapon systems, and support regional security. She added that the United States and the Philippines coordinate closely on all aspects of the weapon deployment, including its positioning. Padilla also said, on the duration of the deployment and other related matters, these decisions are made in close coordination with our allies and partners to align with both operational and security requirements. In a separate interview, National Security Advisor Eduardo Ano said the Typhoon missile will remain in the Philippines for the time being. Colonel Luli Dimalala, the spokesperson of the Philippine Army, earlier told the Inquirer that the Typhoon would be used for upcoming training between Filipino and American troops as part of the subject matter expert exchanges in preparation for the Salaknip. Salaknip, which means shield in Ilocano, is an annual exercise between the Philippine and U.S. armies to strengthen interoperability. This is a continuation of the previous familiarization or orientation given to the Philippine Army personnel. This is between the Army Artillery Regiment and the 1st Multi-Domain Task Force, United States Army Pacific, Dema Ala added. Meanwhile, the Philippines did not wield bolos, knives, and spears to defend its right and fight false propaganda in the West Philippine Sea. Instead, the government produced a comic book to educate Filipinos on the importance of its maritime claims, sovereignty, and sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea. On Friday, the National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea, together with the Philippine Coast Guard, launched the comic book Ang Mga Kwento ni Teacher June, or The Stories of Teacher June, which is designed to instill national pride and responsibility, quote-unquote, to Filipinos as stewards of the country's maritime legacy, said PCG Chief Admiral Ronnie Gava. Gava said in his speech at the book launch, "This comic book is a testament to how stories can be welded to inform, to inspire, and to ignite action. This moment is not just unveiling a comic book, it is a bold statement of our commitment to fostering a generation rooted in its identity and resolute in its purpose," he added. Government said the book is a collaboration with the private sector and not a single centavo from public funds was spent on the project. He said, "Through its pages, we hope to spark curiosity, inspire pride, and empower our youth to protect what is rightfully ours. This book is not merely a teaching tool. Again, this is a call to action," he added. Government earlier said the book has been vetted by the Department of Foreign Affairs, the Department of Justice, and other government agencies to make sure that we are giving the right information to the public. National Security Advisor Eduardo Ano, for his part, said that every lawful operation of the Philippines has been met with a barrage of false narratives from China. Ano pointed out that for years, the Philippines and the world have witnessed the illegal, coercive, aggressive, and decisive actions of Beijing in the South China Sea, which he said violates the Philippines' sovereignty and sovereign rights. China's behavior, he noted, was not made of isolated incidents but formed a pattern of behavior that threatens our national integrity. Ano said Chinese officials, along with state-sponsored media and individuals, continue to spread distorted and twisted narratives to malign our efforts and justify their illegal and unnatural claims. He acknowledged that many Filipinos struggle to grasp the significance of the West Philippine Sea and that comics can be a powerful and effective medium. He also said the book fights attempts to spread misinformation about Malina's claims in the West Philippine Sea. Jonathan Malaya, spokesperson for the National Task Force West Philippine Sea, told the Inquirer that the government is in discussion with the Department of Education to use the book in schools. Malaya said, "Let's see if we can mass produce it, but definitely we won't sell it. It's available online. There's a link where people can download it." And Malacanan challenged Davao City Representative Isidro Angap to prove his invention that there were irregularities in the enactment of the 2025 national budget, which the palace was confident would later be found to be above board. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin, who served in the Supreme Court from 2009 until his retirement as Chief Justice in 2019, said, "I cannot stop Congressman Angap and other similarly minded people who would want to put up a challenge. The problem there is, we won't be the ones who will answer for any shortcomings there because that's the BCAM report," referring to the Congressional Bicameral Report on the 2025 spending bill. "We have nothing to do with the BCAM report. We are only involved with the finished product that the President signed, not the blank check," Bersamin said. In a press conference at the Philippine International Convention Center on Friday, Bersamin said it is Angap who should prove his allegations that the Bicameral Conference Committee report contained blank items, insinuating that the palace filled up the blanks. He said he should prove his claims because we have nothing to do with him. We have nothing to do with the blacks. That's his invention. If there were really true omissions, let Congress, the lower house, the upper house explain, if any. That should be proven first. It will be hard for him to claim that there are blanks because we truly do not know. We were not involved at that point," Bersamin said. Angap's claim prompted his ally, former President Rodrigo Duterte, to claim that the enroll bill that President Marcos signed into the 3.326 trillion peso Republic Act number 12116 last December 30 had blank appropriations. Mr. Marcos did not take Duterte's claims lightly and called the former president a liar, adding that Duterte should know that the 2025 national budget cannot be passed with any blank items. Duterte's former chief presidential legal counsel, Salvador Panalo, later clarified that Duterte only expressed an opinion that was based on the claim of Angap, who said he would challenge the validity of Republic Act 12116 or the General Appropriations Act of 2025. However, Bersamin said the Supreme Court wouldn't just stop the GAA from being implemented, even if Angap seeks a temporary restraining order. Bersamin said the Supreme Court will never stop the budget from being implemented. All right, I cannot understand if the Supreme Court will have the tendency to put a stop to it, even if any of those challenges will ask for a temporary restraining order, because the government's function must be run. He said the possibility of reenacting the 2025 budget or national budget could only happen if the 2025 General Appropriations Act were vetoed or nullified by the High Court, and that this possibility would only happen in the latter part of the year after all legal questions surrounding the 2025 General Appropriations Act would have been resolved. President also admitted that Malacanang resented so much the impressions that the president was handed a blank check in the form of the 2025 national budget. He said, "You should remove from your consciousness that we had anything to do with the blank pages. That's why we resented so much the impression that the president was given a blank check. We had nothing to do with it. That's an internal issue of Congress. That's why we will respect the boundaries by not commenting who should be blamed for now. But I'm sure that we did not benefit at all from the blank spaces that are being paddled around." It is now 8:11 a.m. as we will return with more news headlines later at around 8:40. In the meantime, we will return to Hello Pilipinas right after the commercial break, so stay along with us. We will be right back.
This program was brought to you by Neutral Lifestyle Low Fat Milk Powder. So good you'll float. Product excellence of Hongsang. Ultron Blaze 100 Euro 6 for a more powerful, cleaner, and efficient engine. Ito ang oras ko, ikaw ang idol ko. Certified BD's Choice ang CEO Idol Hot Dog and Cheese Dog. Most chosen cheese dog brand in the Philippines according to Kantar Household Panel Study. CEO Idol Hot Dog and Cheese Dog. Idolicious talaga. And Delsat TV. Enjoy SD and high definition channels when you subscribe to Delsat TV.
Long oras na, hangout na!
Makitawa.
Timbang ni Chito sa weigh-in, laban ni Chito umabot sa 300 kilogram.
Makichismis.
So, anong say mo? Tirik sa Mix Channel. Cheat. Next ga! Sisipi kahit kayo.
At makigulo tuwing gabi kasama ang Hangout with Mamon. Hangout with Mamon. Lunes hanggang Miyerkules, 8 p.m.
Ito po ang Hangout with Mamon.
Dito lang sa nag-iisang himpilan, koolFM.
You're listening to koolFM.
#1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa!
Nature Soya Coffee. May genistein at niacin na anti-cancer substance. Nature Soya Coffee. Tinutunaw ang mga mayoma, goiter, tumor at cyst. Nature Soya Coffee. Ang kape para sa inyong kalusugan.
Pre, makinig ka muna. Payong kaibigan lang ha. Work hard, play hard. Yan ang motto ko dati. Pero nakakapagod din pala katagalan sa gitna ng lahat ng puyat, inom at pagkain ng masasarap. Kasama na ang oily and fatty foods, kailangan pa rin bantayan ang kalusugan. Tamang kontrol ang kailangan. Katuwang ko ang Liverade, Slimmering supplement na best with proper diet and exercise. Cheers to more good times. Salamat sa Liverade. Mabibili ang Liverade sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang Liverade ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin paggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Protection
Yakult
with 8 billion live LCS
Yakult
that may reach the intestines alive.
Yakult
Helps improve digestion and boost immunity.
Yakult
With proper diet and exercise.
Yakult Kaya panalo ka dyan.
Han, kape ni mo oh.
Hala, unsa ni nakape?
Mauna ni karon ang akong ginakape. Mark Cafe 10-in-1 plus 1. Walay asukar nga gibutang. Mao nang dili makadiabetes.
Lami siya.
Mark Cafe 10-in-1 plus 1. Unog herbal, maunang natural. Mark Cafe letang tanan.
Mark Cafe 10-in-1 plus 1 with brown rice extract. Ang kape nga adunay benepisyo, nindot sa kalawasan. Mark Cafe 10-in-1 plus 1 with brown rice extract na. Available sa Shopee, Lazada, and TikTok.
At Jmar Marketing Online Shop, another quality product of Jmar Herbs Incorporated, your partner towards a healthy life.
Mark Cafe.
Mark Cafe 10-in-1+1 with brown rice extract.
Mindanao, Visayas at Luzon. Sa bawat problema ay may solusyon.
Mga batas na para sa kabataan, centenarian, solo parent, PWD at marami pang iba.
Kontra gutom at kontra korupsyon.
Ako ang nagsusulong, kayo ang kampiyon.
Senator Amy Marcos sa Alni Solusyon.
This is a paid advertisement.
May magnanakaw na nakapasok sa bahay.
Mananahimik na lang ba?
May magnanakaw na nakapasok sa bahay.
Makakatulog pa ba ng mahimbing?
May magnanakaw na nakapasok sa bahay.
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 Kailangang manggising. Kailangang mag-ingay.
Kailangang manindigan at ipaglaban.
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 Ipaglaban. Ipaglaban ang kabataang dalisay.
The dangers of DepEd Memo Order number 31 being rolled out and Senate Bill 1979, these both incorporate the Comprehensive Sexuality Education Program. Mayroon pong insidious na ginagawa ito. Tinago nila sa ibang pangalan. Ang ganda-ganda, no? Anti-teen pregnancy. Pero ang intention ay iba. Sirain ang kamusmusan, sirain ang pagkadalisay ng ating mga kabataan. We have to push back. We cannot be unmoved. We have to act. We have to get involved. Join Project Dalisay. Let's all stand together and fight this invasion of our culture by a foreign ideology. Not on our watch.
Ako po, si Rafi Tulfo, CIS Party List. Ang tanging party list na kakampi ng inapi. Subok na at tunay na masasandalan magpakailanman. Number 68 sa balota. Saan ka pa? CIS Party List ka na. Tara na!
Excellent health, excellent life. EXL Makabuhay Plus.
Mas murang alternatibo sa makabuhay? Bakit ka maniniwala sa ibang brands? Kaya nga mura, kasi kulang. Huwag tipirin ang iyong kalusugan. EXL Coffee Mix, gawa sa native purple corn, arabica, spirulina, ginseng, ginger, turmeric, ganoderma, mangosteen, malunggay, cinnamon, guava, at rosehip. Tiyak na vegan, gluten-free, at low in caffeine pa. Plus insulin plant na tumutulong magpababa ng mataas na blood sugar levels. Siguradong healthy ka with EXL Coffee Mix. EXL Coffee Mix, the non-acidic coffee. Iwas asim sa sikmura at iwas heart palpitation. For a better and healthier you, switch to EXL Makabuhay Plus. Sa EXL Makabuhay, dagdag buhay.
Mama, daming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mama, daming time. Champion detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na! Playtime with bunso kasi may champion na. Present lagi sa school pag champion sa laba. Gumimik with ate dahil may champion na. Lambingan with happy, champion ako dyan. Kung gustong mag-shopping, dapat mag-champion ka. Mag-movie marathon, mabilis lang maglaba. Kung gusto nyong mag-swimming, tara mag-champion na. Lahat ng gusto nyo, mama daming time. Tanggal mancha sa damit ni tatay, t-shirt ni kuya, mabango na rin. May quick wash technology ang champion. Family bonding ng priority.
Ingat dahil advance na ang mga scammers ngayon. Kaya nilang gumawa ng IMSI catcher na parang fake cell towers para kumonek sa phone mo. Gamit to, nagsisend sila ng text na may link na kunwari galing sa mga legitimate institutions tulad ng GCash. Pag makatanggap ng message with a link, SMS spoofing scam yan. Tandaan, GCash will never send links. Kahit GCash ang nag-text ng link, huwag mong i-click. Galing ang SMS sa scammers na gumagamit ng illegal cell site para ma-hijack ang SMS. GCash is supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Kahit GCash ang nag-text ng link, huwag mong i-click. SMS spoofing scam yan. Galing ang SMS sa scammers na gumagamit ng illegal cell site para ma-hijack ang SMS. Tandaan, GCash will never send links.
This is Hello Pilipinas. If you have just joined us to start your Saturday morning with us, good morning, and this is Hello Pilipinas. Alright, so what we do here on Hello Pilipinas is to cover the entertainment and lifestyle happenings, which we have covered earlier with the lifestyle. As we are now approaching 2 entertainment happenings before we begin. Again, if you have just joined us, in case you missed that, we have covered a lot of lifestyle happenings, particularly. So we covered Jose Rizal, who is the upcoming playable character in Civilization 7, which is very interesting and also a good news. We have covered a closer look at a new pencil build designs and the difference of Trafalgar's guided tours, which offers European tours. Yes. Okay, so now as we move over to the entertainment happenings, let's begin with let's do with the tech news first. So yeah, let's start with the tech news. Okay, so let's get into the first round of tech news. Let me just get the screen share. Okay, you can see my screen share already being shown at the top here. Okay, so let's begin with our first tech news on Hello Pilipinas. Okay, all of them are coming from The Verge. Apple makes a change to its AI team and plans Siri upgrades. This was posted by Jay Peters. Apple is making an executive change to try and improve its AI efforts and Siri. Kim Farad, who recently helped to get the Vision Pro software out the door and has been at Apple for 36 years, has been brought over to Apple's Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Division and will serve as a top deputy to AI boss John Ginandera, Bloomberg reports. The company made a big splash about its AI Apple Intelligence efforts at WWDC last year, but they haven't had the same impact as things like OpenAI's ChatGPT or Google's Gemini. Apple has also been slowly rolling out what it announced, and a big Siri upgrade that lets it understand what's happening on your screen and take action may not arrive until iOS 18.4. And the company's AI-powered news notification summaries will be put on pause with iOS 18.3 after criticism that the summaries were incorrect. By bringing on Vorot, whose resume at Apple includes work on the original iPhone software group, over to the AI team, it appears Apple wants to bring more regard to Apple's AI development. It also indicates that Apple may see AI as a bigger deal for its future than the Vision Pro. Bloomberg also reports that the artificial intelligence group is focused on revamping the underlying infrastructure of CB and improving the company's in-house air models this year, per a memo from Gian Nardiria. Meanwhile, Windows 11 is getting colorful new battery icons that are easier to understand at a glance. So this is what it looks like in the upcoming update, of course, which offers more glance. So it will be easier to see if your laptop's battery is full and charging or about to die and needs to be plugged in. So Microsoft is releasing a new Windows 11 Insider Preview today, built today with some welcome improvements to the operating system's battery icon, possibly sparing you the realization that you have chosen a dead outlet or improperly plugged in your power adapter or let your battery drain too much before it's far too late. Windows battery icon, which has traditionally been black, is being updated with 3 colors designed to communicate battery status of your PC with just a quick glance. The company writes today on its Windows blog. A green icon will indicate your computer is charging and in a good state, but will turn yellow when your battery has dropped below 20% charge and has entered energy saving mode. A red icon indicates you have a critically low battery and will need to plug in your computer as soon as possible before it dies. The new colored battery icons will appear on the taskbar system tray, in the quick settings flyout, and in the general Windows settings. Microsoft says they will also eventually be used on the lock screen, but that functionality is coming in a future build. Today's preview release includes two additional improvements to the battery icon. Microsoft has simplified overlays, such as the lightning bolt charging icon, so that they won't block the icon's progress bar, and added the ability to show the battery's charge percentage next to the icon in the system tray. It can be enabled by going to Settings, Power and Battery, and turning on the new battery percentage setting. Microsoft says this is a highly requested feature by insiders and customers, and it should be a welcome upgrade over the battery icon with those current users that provides minimal information and a vague representation of the battery's remaining charge. The colors should make it immediately obvious that a lot of us are charging when plugged in, and it's a lot harder to ignore or forget about a near-dead battery when it's bright red with a single-digit charge percentage right next to it. The battery icon update should already be available to Windows insiders in the dev channel who opted to get the latest updates as soon as they're available. It will take longer to reach a general release and might even get tweaks before it reaches other early adopters. Microsoft says the experience isn't available to all insiders just yet, as we plan to monitor feedback before pushing it out to everyone. And your Threads feed will soon have ads. On Friday, Meta announced that it's rolling out a limited early test of ads in Threads, and the test will happen with a handful of brands in the US and Japan, according to Instagram boss Adam Mosseri. Ads on Threads will appear as images between posts in your home feed. As we learn from this test, we will monitor to see how it's going before filling out more broadly, Meta says. To serve you relevant ads, Meta will use your activity on Threads and Instagram to post you interact with, your email address, and your activity from off Meta technologies, according to a support page. Threads will also offer ways to customize the ads you see from your account center, along with options to skip, hide, and report them from within your feed. So last April of last year, Mosseri confirmed that Threads will eventually get ads, and rumors emerged that they would appear in early 2025. So that's the tech news on Hello Pilipinas. Now, as we head over to the entertainment side, starting with the local industry first. So as we head over to the local showbiz first, and then Hollywood, and then anime. Polo Guico of the OPM band Ben and Ben received a yes after he proposed marriage to his non-showbiz girlfriend, Mario Rachel. Apollo revealed their engagement by showing moments from when he popped the question through his Instagram page on Thursday, January 23. The singer held the engagement proposal at the garden with a glass bow and warm lights. The couple stood in front of the glass bow, and then Apollo went down on bended knee to ask Rachel to marry him. Apollo said in the caption, "Tomorrow with you, my dear. Thank you for saying yes." Several celebrities celebrated their couple's engagement, including all his bandmates as well as Maria Rivera, Moira de la Torre, and Ria Ataide, who sent their greetings via the comment section. Apollo and Apollo and Rachel have been in a relationship for 3 years. The pair marked their third anniversary last December, with Apollo regarding Rachel as his teammate, inspiration, and source of strength. His anniversary message for the Red: "Thank you for reaching my deepest layers and loving me for who I am. I wanna face the world with you as it comes." And and some unfortunate news with Rico Blanco's younger brother. So Rico Blanco asked for prayers for his younger brother who has been diagnosed with cancer, appealing to fans to help his family win their toughest battle. The singer-songwriter revealed his brother King's condition through the former Instagram page on Thursday, January 23, also showing photos of them from when they were kids to recent ones. He said, this beautiful boy you see with me is my younger brother, King. Only a year apart, we did everything together growing up, like best friends or even twins. We shared so many adventures and fought so many battles alongside each other. I love him so very dearly. A few weeks ago, we received the terrible news that he has cancer. The signs all came too rapidly and seemingly out of nowhere, and by the time we got the full diagnosis, we were told he already has an advanced and a very aggressive type of squamous cell carcinoma, or sinus, Rico continued. Rico disclosed that King has already started his treatment and that their family is hoping that their efforts are not too late. We have also decided to share so we can humbly ask for help. Please pray for King's strength and healing. Only heaven really knows what's best for my dear brother, but we are keeping our hopes up, he said. I cannot bear to imagine a world without him in it, he continued. This is our toughest battle. Please help us. So, I will be showing you King's early days here. As you can see, this is him, along with Rico Blanco. You can tell the early days of King. Yeah. And here's the recent photo of him and his younger brother King. Yep, so you just saw the photos right there. Rico and his family received prayers and well wishes from several celebrities, including Isa Calzado, Yam Concepcion, Apollo Valenciano, and Nikki Valdez via the comment section. And now as we head over to Hollywood news, courtesy of Variety.com and other respectable sources. Actually, let's get into a little bit into what's happening in American news. So, Nora O'Donnell's exit from CBS Evening News Thursday night wasn't what viewers might have expected, and the successor program that CBS intends to air in its place on Monday will have a similar quality. O'Donnell bid farewell to viewers of the long-running broadcast after a surprise deep cameo from Oprah Winfrey, which celebrated the anchor and showed many highlights of her tantrum. O'Donnell thanked the audience for welcoming hard news with heart into your homes, and was spotted being surrounded by colleagues and family as the show's credits began to roll. Coming Monday, a completely overhauled edition of the program that's taking pains to break many visual ties to the days when Walter Cronkite and Dan Rather told the nation what was important at the end of the day. CBS will launch a new evening news that relies on a group of co-anchors rather than a single person. One of the goals is to imbue the national program with the look and sensibility of the local news programs that viewers of CBS Nation see across the U.S. A nod to the fact that local broadcasts tend to still have traction among audience who are more prone to get their headlines and information from streaming and digital sources than in the past. Already, the similarities are evident. The graphics used on CBS Evening News Thursday evening look just like those on display for the 6-minute broadcast of the local news from New York's WCBS that preceded O'Donnell's last round. During O'Donnell's last broadcast, one segment centered on WCBS meteorologist Lonnie Quinn, who was later to have a significant role in the new edition of the program. CBS Evening News has been stuck in third place behind ABC's World News Tonight and NBC's NBC 90 News for years. O'Donnell didn't change that, but give her this. The show last week won an average of 5.037 million viewers, a little higher than the program's norm, amid big changes in the nation. And she's never had her journalism question or a story that generated criticism of being unfair or inaccurate, despite several top pieces that investigated sexual assault in the military. She also secured an interview with Pope Francis, not the easiest get in the business. In her place, CBS will launch an evening news led by John Dickerson and Maurice Dubois, with Quinn Addingweather and Margaret Brennan adding to her duties as moderator of Face the Nation on hand to offer perspective on Washington and politics. The new format will help accomplish a goal 24 months by senior CBS and Paramount global executives, bringing together the news teams of CBS News and the CBS local stations. The maneuver takes place as Paramount is under extreme pressure to cut millions of dollars from its operating costs. More are expected to take place once the company is acquired by Skydance Media, expected at present at some point later this year. Viewers of the new evening news probably won't see Dickerson and Dubis out in the field all that much, a duty that will increasingly be handled by a correspondent who covers the area in which an important news story breaks. Whether audience will flock to it remains anyone's guess. The appeal of the evening news on any network comes from a desire for a reliable wrap of the day's most important events and stories. The shows lack the hot talk alarm of the cable news counterparts, though in recent years breaking news carousels have crept into the graphics mix with increasing frequency. The shows provide a stable haven for pharmaceutical advertisers, still one of the biggest supporters of linear TV. To be sure, the evening news doesn't lure younger viewers like a Squid Game binge on Netflix but they still court millions of people over the course of a single half hour. And maybe there's a thrill of some sort from seeing a single host juggle politics, culture, stories from overseas, and a little bit of pop culture all in less than 30 minutes. The risk for CBS next week is that the viewers who tune into O'Donnell and Jeff Guller, Tony Mason, Scott Pelley, Kathy Corlerick, and Bob Scheffler before her will expect more of the same, not something different. O'Donnell has more work to do. She will take on senior correspondent duties that will have her working for big interviews and doing enterprise work that will land across CBS News platforms. At a moment when many of the nation's big TV news mainstays are under increasing financial pressure, both CNN and NBC News unveiled layoffs Thursday. She may have landed the better job. And here comes a plot twist. As Skydance Media and Redbird Capital Partners work to close the Larry Ellison-backed takeover of Paramount Global this spring, a consortium of investors who previously bid on the storied media conglomerate is mounting an 11-hour, $13.5 billion offer. Variety has obtained a legal letter that is being sent to Paramount Sport Friday, January 24, from Project Rise Partners that outlines a new bid that is higher than all cash offer the consortium made during the Go Shop window. The group says its terms are vastly superior to its $8 billion deal from Skydance and Redbird. The letter, prepared by the law firm Baker and Hostetter, notes that in light of the market's negative reaction to the Skydance transaction, BRP is now increasing its offer as follows. The offer for the B shares is $19 per share compared to $15 per share in the Skydance offer, a 75% premium and 27% more than Skydance. The BRP offer for the A shares remains the same as the Skydance offer. BRP will add $2 billion to the balance sheet. This is an all-cash offer with committed financing from credible investors. Those investors have largely remained mysterious outside of Dubna Edwards Zyman, president and co-chairman of Film and Lifestyle TV Network, Cinemoy, and Moses Gross, founder and CEO of real estate company A&M Group. But sources say Project Rise Partners is also back titans of industry comparable to Larry Ellison and includes at least one of the richest men in the world and as well as a company partner that is a pioneer in the satellite industry. Simon and Gross fronted the previous offer, which they say was never presented to the board. Representatives for Skydance and Paramount Global declined to comment. A spokesperson for the Paramount's board special committee established the event offers did not immediately respond to requests for comment. That's the Hollywood news. Now we will head over to the anime news and other Japanese pop culture news. As we head over to the anime and manga and other Japanese pop culture news, here's the first one. The official X account for Kanata Hoshi's Past, the Monster Meat Me Lady light novel series revealed on Friday that the novel's television anime is delayed to October 2025 due to various circumstances. The anime was previously slated for April. Meanwhile, Apocalypse Hotel original TV anime's video reveals cast, staff, and April TV premiere. Cyber Agent and its CY Games Pictures subsidiary, Apocalypse Hotel original television anime unveiled a promotional video and visual for the anime on Friday. The video reveals the cast, staff, the ending theme song, and the anime's April television premiere date on NTV. The video previews the anime's ending theme song capsule by Aiko, who is also performing the opening theme song, Skirt. So if we do a quick screen share, you can see this is a visual of Apocalypse Hotel and it is set to air this April. No exact release date is revealed in the meantime, but again, it is set to reveal in April. So, who are the characters? So we have Saho Shirasu, who plays the protagonist as Yashiko, who is the hotel manager robot of the Ginzaro Hotel. That's the only character they unveiled for now. And the staff members, well, Kana Shundo is directing the anime at CY Games Pictures. And finally, in the manga side, publisher Shogakukan announced that it is releasing Novelist, its new iOS and Android app for light novel series and manga in the United States and Canada on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Nikkei newspaper reported last July that Novelist uses AI translation for English releases. Novelist features over 80 titles at launch, including Witch and Hunt, Too Many Losing Hero Kings, and Kenkan Asura. Users can unlock long-term access to new chapters with in-app paid coins or short-term access via free coins. The app features vertical scrolling for reading and allows users to comment with their impressions on the works. The release also includes word bullets with icons of the characters to display characters' lines, as Shogakukan had told Nike, it has received feedback that Japanese names are hard to remember. Shogakukan plans to include original light novels written in the West in the future. There will be an upcoming competition for participants to submit their own English light novels for a chance to be featured in the Novelist app. And that's the anime news and other pop culture news. It is now 8:44 a.m. as we will get ready for the last gap of koolNews early edition headlines along with the weather forecast right here on Hello Pilipinas. So stay along with us. We will be right back.
This program was brought to you by Ginuman San Rafael, Ganadong Mabuhay, Pilsen Healthy Home, odorless antibacterial paint, Venom Power Chit Energy Drink with Malunggay, White Rose Papaya, Papaya Puti, Papaya Fast, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified, world-class quality. ACS! And TVH, the home of entertainment, Tutok na sa TVH. Available in high definition via Delsat TV. Bisitahin ang youtube.com/@TVH Network PH para sa inyong paboritong mga highlights at live shows. You're listening to koolFM.
#1 sa Mega Manila.
Nationwide pa.
Tol, tol, tol. Tol, tol, tol. Tolentino. Tol ng bawat Pilipino. Tolentino.
Tolentino, Senador.
Tuhod, siko, baywa. Pag laging pasan ang sakit sa kasukasuan, sign na yan ng arthritis o joint deterioration. Karaniwan kapag nagkakaedad na. Kailangan ng tibay at ginhawang makakapitan. Kaya ng artrisin yan. May undenatured type 2 collagen at methylsulfonyl methane na maaaring makatulong protektahan ang kalusugan ng kasukasuan. Make the right move. Uminom ng artrisin araw-araw. Mabibili ang artrisin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang artrisin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kamote!
Kamote naman. Try mo to.
Ha? Ang mura naman!
Dito ka na. Sa mapapamura ka talaga. Move it. Discarding tapat.
Yo, it's the saint himself, Dwight Ramos.
Hey yo, Jeremiah, what are you having?
Alam mo na, yung Primera Clase.
Primera Light Brandy.
Primera Classic Night.
From Spain, award-winning premium blend.
Smooth. Now this is our Primera Classic Brandy. Primera Light Brandy. Dahil Primera Classica.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah. Sa ulo ng mga balita.
Nabitin? Magtusiran Forte with Total Cough Relief Formula. Laban sa dry non-stop ubo, kati sa lalamunan due to post-nasal drip at sakit sa kakaubo.
Tusiran Forte!
Unilab yan. Dextromethorphan, HBr plus phenylpropanolamine HCl plus paracetamol is the generic name of Tusiran Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Ang lakas mo, may ilalakas pa. Sa Revicon Forte, may muscle-building amino acids tulong para mas lumakas ang katawan with proper diet and exercise. Pag malakas ang katawan, lumalakas din ang loob. May lakas para sa ambisyon mo.
Revicon Forte!
Lakas!
Unilab yan. Multivitamins, minerals, and amino acids is the generic name of Revicon Forte.
Brush, 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 3 times a day. Brush, brush, brush to keep cavities away. Brush, 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 3 times a day. Brush with Colgate. Brush, 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 body strong, strong, strong. Brush, 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 body Colgate strong. Brush with Colgate. Brush, 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 body Colgate strong. Brush with Colgate.
Madalas nangangasim ang tiyan? Maaring acid yan. Pag may acid, Suprasid. Tandaan ang United Home Suprasid.
Unilab yan.
Sodium bicarbonate is the generic name of United Home Suprasid. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Miss, pabili ng Farex B.
Farex B ha? Ayaw ko ng iba.
Yung Farex B nga po.
Meron kayong Farex B?
Marami ang umaasa sa akin. Kaya Farex B.
Buong Pilipinas ay far-excited! Hindi nagpapahinto sa ngalay, tusok, manhid sa tulong ng
Farex B, Farex B, far-excited with Farex B.
with proper diet and healthy lifestyle. Farex Vitamin B1, B6, B12.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
is now 8:50 a.m. and you are listening to koolNews Early Edition on Hello Pilipinas. Alright, so as we head over to the international headlines, the U.S. Senate appeared post-Friday to nearly confirm former Fox News host Peter Hegseth for Defense Secretary, with opponents saying Donald Trump's pick has nowhere near the experience for the huge job and a disturbing history of heavy drinking and domestic abuse. Hegseth's resume is so thin and his list of alleged personal issues so long that he makes an unusual pick to lead the world's biggest nuclear armed military with about 2.9 million employees and an $850 billion budget. He has never led a large organization. He served as a mayor in the National Guard but is better known for his work recently as a host on Trump-friendly Fox News. After his nomination, a slew of damaging testimony emerged about his past heavy drinking, accusations of abusive behavior toward his second wife, and one case of sexual assault. Hegseth denies any wrongdoing, and Trump has stood by him, telling reporters Friday, "Pepen's a very, very good man." Hegseth has a very competitive media personality, Fritz royalty, intelligent looks, common hallmarks in Trump's entourage. Supporters say his deployment in Afghanistan and Iraq gave him the insight to run the Pentagon better than the top brass typically considered for the job. In his Senate hearings and media appearances, Hegseth has aggressively driven home the need to make the U.S. military less woke and more lethal. He has also focused on ending what he says has been lowering of standards to help women enter the military. He calls the allegations of improper personal behavior against him smears, but has said he will stop drinking alcohol if confirmed to head the Pentagon. Meanwhile, the UN indicated Friday it was urging Thailand not to send thousands of detained Uyghurs to any country where they risk significant harm after reported plans to deport them to China. Rights groups have warned that Bangkok is preparing to deport immediately a group of 48 members of China's mostly Muslim Uyghur minority who are being held in immigration centers around Thailand. The group said they fled China, which has been accused of great human rights abuse in the Xinjiang region against Uyghurs more than a decade ago and live in constant fear of being sent back. Thai authorities have repeatedly denied such a plan. The United Nations Human Rights Office has been closely following these cases, spokeswoman Ravina Shamdasani told AFP on Friday. She said in an email, "We have been in touch with the relevant authorities, encouraging a durable solution that will prevent anyone being returned to any country where they would face significant risk of harm, in line with Thailand's international human rights obligation and its own national law." And Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi on Friday told U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio that Washington needs to approach the issue of Taiwan prudently, the ministry in Beijing said, as the pair held their first talks since Donald Trump took office. "We will never allow Taiwan to be separated from China," Wang said, adding that Washington must not betray its promise to abide by D1, China's policy, according to a readout of their telephone conversation provided by his ministry. While Beijing had no intention of surpassing or replacing anyone, it maintained its legitimate right to develop it, he said. China claims Taiwan as part of its territory, has threatened to use force to bring the self-ruled island under its control. The United States is a long-time supporter of Taiwan and its largest supplier of weapons, but does not formally recognize it diplomatically. The State Department has not yet commented on the Wang-Rubio talks. That's the international headlines, and that is it for koolNews Early Edition. We will continue with more news headlines later with koolNews at 6 and koolNews Prime Time. Until then, this has been koolNews Early Edition right here on Hello Pilipinas. We will now return to Hello Pilipinas right after this. Okay, we're done with Hello Pilipinas. We are now getting into the last 5 minutes of Hello Pilipinas. I don't know if we have time to cover the weather forecast. Let me just check the website real quick. Okay, so we have time. So we have 4 minutes to cover that. So actually, yeah, we have 5 minutes to cover the weather. And after that, that is it for Hello Pilipinas. Okay, so we will be quick to get it up here. Just give me one moment, please. Okay, as we are about to wrap up, Hello Pilipinas. Let's begin with the weather from Pagasa. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Pagasa weather. I don't know if there's the audio, but okay, looks like we are having some technical difficulties with the video, so we're just gonna report it manually here, I guess, since the video there's no audio for some reason. So we're going to report what's on the weather manually. All right, so let's begin with the weather. So here's the weather forecast for the places here. So for the forecast weather condition, Caraga, Davao region, and Saskatchewan with cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms caused by easter lights. And the impacts and possible hazards, there will be possible flash floods or landslides due to moderate to at times heavy rains. Metro Manila, Ilos region, Cordelia Administrative Region, Cadena Valley, Central Luzon, and Calabarzon, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains caused by northeast monsoon and no significant impact there is no significant impact. For the rest of the country, we have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms caused by easter lights, and impacts will be possible flash floods or landslides during severe thunderstorms. And for the forecast wind and coastal weather condition, northern and central Luzon winds intensity moderate, northeast direction. Coastal waters moderate 1.2 to 2.5 meters, and the rest of the country light to moderate northeast, slight to moderate 0.6 to 2.1 meters. So that's the weather condition. That's the weather update from Pagasa that we just read. And now, as we are about to close off Hello Pilipinas, we will have a quote of the day. I'm pretty sure it's the same as Tuesday. Let me just double check. And yep, okay, it's different this time. So here's the quote of the day: "Whether there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness." That is from Lucius Anasos Seneca. It is now 1 minute before 9 p.m. and that not 9 p.m. 1 minute before 9 a.m. and that brings us to the end of Hello Pilipinas this morning. Thank you very much for joining us to start your day with right here, as we will return next Saturday for more entertainment and lifestyle happenings right here. Coming up next on koolFM is climate conference. Actually, coming up next on koolFM is CNA correspondent, and after CNA correspondent is climate conversations. Until next Saturday, my name is Cairo, and this has been Hello Pilipinas. We will see you next week, and we will see you later for more news headlines with koolNews at 6. Good morning, and Hello Pilipinas. This is home.